with Super Channels. To become a part of Friends with Super Channels, you must become a channel member at Boss Life Online or Team Bill with Geo. Your channel will be shouted out in a single video telling everyone all about your channel. When Friends with Super Channels go live, you will be invited up on the panel to talk about your channel to all the subscribers in the chat. So go ahead and become a channel member today. Well, hi everybody. This is Geo, Boss Life Online, and today is Thursday, and I just want to welcome everyone in the chat. If you don't know my first name, it is Geo, and this channel may not be for everybody, but it is for somebody. And on this channel, I talk about my home business that I uh, uh, tell people about all the time, and that CTFO, that's changing the future outcome. You need no credit card, no money down, none of that stuff to get in and check it out to see if you want to make big commissions like I do. And if you join my team, I will help you out as far as helping you get started and showing you what to do. Okay. Now let's move on to the chat. All right, the chat. Let's see. And my allergies are really bothering me today. So if my nose is itching a lot. I hate that, but I have to go and take this allergy medicine. But if I take it now, I'll be all drowsy, so can't do it. All right, now, so we have Living Your Best Life in the chat. Welcome, Marlene. Thank you so much for coming. We have Panama City in the chat. Thank you so much for coming, Panama. We have Rochelle's Blessings. Hey, Rochelle. Hey, girl. Hey. Ready, set. The ready and set. Hello, you're new here. Thank you so much for coming to the chat. Donna Love is in here. Hey. Donna Love, what's up, girl? Bozo Calvin Jr., Bozo Calvin Jr. won his freedom from the Jack Hole and is in my chat. Hey, Bozo, hey, be the difference. Hey, Joy, what's up, Joy? Glad to see you here. We also have Borks, Flaws, and stuff. Hey, what's up, Borks? Is that Borks? I'm not sure how to say the other one, your first name. So I'm gonna call it Flaws and stuff. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Let's see. We have Pandy's Hair Candy and more. Hey Pandy. Hey Pandy girl. What's up? What's up? Rochelle's Blessings. Rochelle, leave me a message in WhatsApp to tell me to change your name to Rochelle's Blessings. Or either you could go in there and do it yourself, Rochelle. So when you come in the team bill, it'll say Rochelle's Blessings. Hey, Beverly, what's up? Beverly Black is in the chat. We just left her live, and she cooked some great gratin potatoes. But you know, back in the day, it used to be potatoes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Rochelle. Also, okay, so today we're going to be talking about setting emotional boundaries in relationships because it's very important to have these emotional boundaries in relationships. Hey, Nancy Berlin, how are you? Well, welcome. Thank you for coming so much, Nancy. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm Geo. I am the content creator for The Boss of Life Online. I need to tell everybody, you know, I love to help other people. So I got these earrings that you see from Web Savvy Cafe. They are really cute too. They are red and silver. Can't see them all for the hair, but hey, hair look good too, you know. So if you're interested in knowing where to get these earrings from, then leave me a message in the comments under this live. But they are really, really, really cute. I really like those. Okay, so now that I've introduced everybody in the chat, yes, it's nice to meet you, Nancy, as well. Okay, and everybody in the chat, I thank God for you. I thank God that you are here and that you are that He sent you over to be with me through Beverly. All right, all right. I need to see the other style again, Gio, looking solid. Oh, you talking about the yellow ones? The yellow ones look something like this too, Bozo, but I'll wear them another time. Yeah. Hey, Angela Critters, what's up? What's up? Thank you guys for coming over. We really have a good topic today, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, we're talking, and I took this article from the internet, and I'm going to have the link down here once I finish, so that you guys can go and read this stuff for yourself, and don't be thinking I'm making this stuff up. Okay, but the topic today is setting emotional boundaries in relationships. It could be any relationship, a friend relationship, a marriage relationship, an associate relationship, a YouTube relationship. You know, it could be any relationship that you need to have some kind of boundaries in there. But today we're specifically talking about setting emotional boundaries in relationships. Hey, Apostle, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for showing up and God bless you. Setting good personal boundaries is critical to creating healthy relationships. Increasing, when you have healthy relationships, it increases your self esteem and reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. That is so true because I get so tired of looking at my phone, seeing who's calling, and go, darn, there go the stress right there. You see what I'm saying? Because you know that this person is full of stress, okay? Boundaries protect your personal self by setting a clear line between what is me and what is not me. I'm just not going to do it today, okay? A lack of boundaries opens the door for others to determine your thoughts. Did y'all hear that? Lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries opens the door for others to determine your thoughts, feelings, and needs. I ain't about that, so I can't be doing that, okay? Defining boundaries is a process of determining what behavior you will accept from others and what you will not. Now, I have to be very, very honest because y'all know I'm kind of like an open book. Most of y'all know I spent 5 years in therapy because that's what I had to do to get to see, to get to be the Geo I am today. And I am proud of it. Thank God I ain't what I used to be. Okay? And used to think and used to act, you know, because today I got boundaries. All right. Now, back in the day, way before I went to therapy and figured out I needed some help because I'm going stone crazy. uh I used to like always let people just say whatever they wanted to say, and I go home and cry and this and that and talk about I should have said this and I should have done this and why didn't I think to say that, or why didn't I just slap them upside the head, you know, or what have you. That was the Geo. You twerk your way out the hole. That was the Geo before you guys would not believe, okay? Because you guys know me today. But today I have boundaries. Today I can tell a person, no, I ain't doing that. Why? Because I don't want to. No, I'm not doing that, okay? No, I don't have time to add another project because I don't have time and I'm trying to focus on what I need to do to make this money. No, you know, I was had a problem back in the day saying no and just doing what other people wanted me to do. Okay, so That's when you don't have no boundaries, that happens. Okay, you just let people just do whatever they want to do to you. Now listen to this. Boundaries include physical boundaries as well as emotional boundaries. Physical boundaries include your body, personal space, and privacy. Violations include standing too close. I don't like two people standing too close to me now. Not up in my face trying to. Now, how you gonna expect for me to respond with you standing in my face this close, baby? You might get slapped. That's just too close. You don't stand in people's personal space like that. That's too close. Now, here's another one. Inappropriate touching, even looking through your personal files or your phone. Those are violation of your physical boundaries. Lord have mercy. How many people have was maybe standing somewhere and this person you didn't know from Jack Jill came and just stood by you, but they was too close. Have you ever found yourself stepping back? I do it all the time. Or moving over so they can't be right in your personal boundaries. That I do it all the time. Okay? Emotional boundaries involve separating your feelings from another's feelings. Violations include taking responsibility for another's feelings, letting another person's feelings uh, let me see where I'm at, dictate your own, sacrificing your needs to please another, blaming others for your problems, and accepting responsibility for theirs. Strong boundaries protect your self esteem, your identity as an individual with the right to make your own choices. Emotional boundaries. Okay? Now, I am not getting ready to be trying to take on somebody else's stuff. I'm just not that type of girl. Now, back in the day when I was crazy and didn't know nothing about being functional, I was dysfunctional. No, hey Robert Gant, how are you? You know, but today, step in my space. I'm gonna either it's according on where I am. I'm gonna either move back and maybe look you up and down like that, like, hey, you need to move back, you know, or either just politely, move. If I can't do that, I will ask them to politely move. I am not the one to be up in my face like this here because, for one thing, it scares me. And I don't know what you want to do. Protect your personal space. Don't let nobody run up on you and just stand there just because they can. And that lets you know right off, them people don't have no boundaries. They don't care about no boundaries, and they darn sure don't care about yours. You know what I'm saying? I tell them you need to back up. That's right. That is so right. I can't stand it when people just jump up in my space like that. Taking responsibilities for another's feelings. That's a violation of your emotional boundaries. I ain't finna take on what belongs to you because I got too much going on trying to keep myself from being dysfunctional. So don't be trying to bring me your stuff because, see, I'm smart enough and I've learned enough and I went through all them years of therapy to understand what is my stuff and what don't belong to me. Don't be trying to bring me no crazy stuff about what you thought I did and this and that and that and that. And I'm like, that is not about me. That's about you. And I'm not going to take that on. You have to learn how to do these evaluations. The only way you're going to learn how to do that, you got to know who you are. You got to be able to change some stuff about you. You got to look deep down inside and find out, why do you react to certain situations? What happened to you in your life that make you act a certain way and you can't figure it out, because it's that buried pain that you don't want to touch because it's going to make you cry like a river. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. Okay. And guess what? I made it to the other side, y'all. It wasn't that hard. It was just painful. Yeah, you got to cry and all of this and look at it, and you have to forgive. Okay. But I made it. This is why I don't mind telling you guys, yeah, I used to be this little dysfunctional girl, but today I'm a precious child of God. That's who I am today. I'm a precious child of God. And I put God first so that because I know He's bigger than all of my fears and all of my dysfunctions. Okay? I ain't got nothing to worry about. I just can't let people drag me back to where I used to be. Try doing that block out my life. Don't be trying to take me back there because you can't be in my life. I want healthy people in my life that knows how to treat other people good. Because if you treat yourself good, you're going to treat other folks good. Okay? Can I get an amen? Can I get a witness for emotional boundaries and how to set them and how to learn how to say, no, I'm not doing that. You know, you have to learn how to say no. You can't say yes to everything. Okay, now let's move on. Boundaries are your own invisible force, and you are in charge of protecting it. Okay, if you don't protect your boundaries, people gonna walk all over you. You know, they gonna and don't be sharing your dreams with folks. Most of people you don't trust. Or oh, I'm gonna do this, baby. Next time you look up, they doing it on their channel. Be very careful. You know what's in your life, okay, or who is in your life. Okay, living your best life said you have to know how much you can take and give the rest to God. That is true. Set your boundaries. I thank God you made it to the other side. Yes, I did living your best life. I made it through prayer, tears, and a therapist. Okay, and a preacher, and all my pastor and all the sisters and brothers in the church that prayed for me. Okay, that's how I made it. And I also made it because God give us free will. I was willing to make a change. If you ain't willing to make a change, you ain't gonna do it. You're gonna be doing the same thing over and over, thinking you're gonna get a different result. You might try it this way, you're going to get the same thing. You may try it this way, you're going to get the same thing. Okay? Protect your boundaries. As important as this may sound, most of us have a difficult time setting healthy boundaries consistently. At times, it is difficult to identify them when our boundaries are being crossed. We may even fear the consequence to our relationship if we set them. Okay, it was just like I was telling y'all. I had to practice setting boundaries. You know, this is not something that's just going to happen overnight for you. You have to practice setting boundaries. You have to tell yourself, you know, when that phone rang, you know that person going to ask you for $100. You know that. You have to practice setting boundaries and just say no. No, I don't have it. Even if you do have it, just say no. And don't be afraid of what's going to happen after you say no. That is how people stay in unhealthy relationships and lose their boundaries because they are afraid of what is going to happen if you say no or if you say I can't do it right now. You have to get on the other side of that like I did with my daughter, with my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? You have to get on the other side. I had to practice saying no, I can't do it. No, I ain't giving you my money. Did you earn it? You know, you need a job, buddy. You know, I can say all of that today, but when I first started out with my therapist, I had to take baby steps to learn how to protect me and what I needed and from people that always had their hands out. Because I know how to manage my money. That was one thing about me. I can manage my money. I ain't give my money to no man. I ain't give it to I kept it in the bank because I already, I learned that real early from my dad. And so my grandkids and my daughter always know I kept me some money. And so I used to tell my therapist, I don't know how to say no. I don't know how to say no. And so we worked on that little by little. Okay? Little by little, we worked on that. And then it was one day I woke up and I said, they ain't getting my money now today. They need a job. So that's why I'm explaining it that way, because it took me a little while to say no to my kids. I only have one daughter, and she gave me 4 grandkids. To say no. So today I can say no and don't feel guilty about it, and I almost don't care, because they need to get a job and they grown. Okay. All right. Now let's see what y'all saying in the chat here. Protect your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual health. That is so good. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you so much, Living Your Best Life. To identify when your boundaries are being crossed, stay tuned into your feelings. Red flags include discomfort, resentment, stress, anxiety, guilt, and fear. These feelings stem from feeling taken advantage of or not feeling appreciated. Okay, so if you're talking to somebody, or you're listening to somebody, or somebody is talking to you, pay attention to how you feel. Stay in touch with your feelings. If you're feeling any resentment while they're talking, stress, anxiety, guilt, and fear, then they are crossing your boundaries. Pay attention. Because people will love to hold you hostage, baby. Especially I was on this team, okay? And the team, when you're on a team, everybody have to be on the same page, okay? Everybody have to want to do the same thing, okay? But then if you got one person way over here talking about, well, I can't, can y'all give me another week? So we give this person another week. And then they never say when they coming back or if they're going to do their part, because they have a whole part on the team, and we keep asking, we get no answer. That's holding the team hostage, and that was really making me mad. Okay, really frustrating. And so finally, when the person did say something, they said it a day before they were supposed to do it, which held the team hostage until the day before, which I thought was just, they didn't respect no boundaries. All they wanted to do was what they wanted to do. And I'll tell y'all later, y'all can wait. What kind of crap is that? Well, that person is not in my life anymore, because I don't like being held hostage. And I don't like it when my boundaries are being crossed. And I thought you was my friend, but you wasn't, clearly. Okay? That is crossing a boundary for a team. Now, it could be a family member, it could be whoever is doing it to you, whoever is making you feel resentment, stress, and anxiety. That means that you are crossing somebody's boundaries if that person is feeling that way. Fire them. That's right, Robert. Hey, Damien. What's up, Damien? Glad to see you here. Rochelle is still here. Beverly Black said they will hold you hostage. Yes, they will. I have a lot of pent up resentment I wish I could let go of. This is by Rachel. Rachel. Hey, Rachel girl, welcome, welcome. I removed these toxic people from my life, but the anger is still there. I feel held hostage by it sometimes. Girl, you got to forgive them people. Forgiveness is not for them, they for you. That's the only way I was able to let it go. I had to get on my knees and ask God to help me to come in my life and help me remove some of the resentment, remove some of that anger, so I can actually forgive these people. And I had to pray that girl for a while before one day I woke up and I didn't care about them. I don't care if I see them. Hey girl, what's up? And go on by my business. But they cannot be in my life to start no mess with me. I will not let them cross my boundaries ever again. I'll be cordial and all of that, but I had to pray my way through, Rachel. You know, I just had to. Or this is something I learned from my therapist. She would tell me to say this: I forgive you, whoever the person's name, and we're gonna call that person X. My nose keep itching because of my allergies, y'all, and I don't want to take the medicine because I won't be able to think. But anyway, Rachel, my therapist told me to say this: I forgive you, X, and I release you to my power greater than you, greater than my uh, resentment, greater than my anger. And that is Jesus Christ. Now, that's who was protecting me, was God. You can say whoever your higher power is. I would say that whenever I felt that anger, Rachel, that's what I would say. Okay, I release it to you for you to help me forgive this person. I would say that over and over until that feeling of anger left and I can move out and do whatever I had to do. So you can just say it silently to yourself when you're thinking of people and you get this anger, just release it to a power greater than yourself, because sometimes it's a job for God. It's according on how much they hurt you. Sometimes the hurt is too much. And you have to have some kind of power greater than you to help you get through it. If you keep saying that to yourself, when that anger comes up, Rachel, it'll go away and you would care less about them people. Trust me on that. I used to look at my therapist when she told me to do that. I said, she must be out her ever loving mind. But because I wanted to get rid of that, I just did it. Every time I thought about it, I would say that. And one day I woke up and I didn't care no more. I forgave them. Bye. You out my life. Okay? Let's see what Robert Grant says. Okay. Sometimes you have to cut people out of your life for your mind. That's right, Robert. Okay. Donna Reed said, welcome everybody, living your best life. Forgive them and yourself. That's true. Also, if you have done something and you keep coming up and you keep, you cannot, you wish you had never done it or something like that, you can say that same thing for yourself. I forgive you, Gio, and I release you to a higher power. God, please help me just forget that, because I was not myself when I done that. I forgive you, Gio. And even as I'm saying that, I feel powerful. I forgive you, Gio. You know what I'm saying? You have to do these exercises in order to get over things. So you are forgiving yourself. Okay? Let's go with Nancy Borland is saying, I agree, Gio. Yes. All right. Rochelle is saying, keeping that resentment gives them the power over you. We want to cut those roots down in the name of God. That's right. That's right. That's right. Don't let Satan win. Give it to God. That's right. That's what Nancy is saying. Give it to God. I would pray that and work on forgiveness. I appreciate everything you said, everyone. It means a lot. I think I just needed to be told. Yes. Sometimes, Rachel, God put you places so that you can hear. Okay. I'm so glad he put me in that treatment center where I was working with people that was addicts, that, and then in order for me to stay working there, I had to have a therapist because of the conditions, because of what I would hear these people tell me. It would be too much. So any counselor that worked there or staff, I was part of the staff, had to have a therapist. I'm so glad God gave me that job, because I was a dysfunctional child and didn't know that I was suffering from grief and didn't know that that was the root of how I was acting. I am grateful. I'm grateful. You don't even know how grateful I am. This is why I just come on here and just tell y'all what I've been through and how I got through it. Okay? Okay, Beverly Black is saying forgiveness is so important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, let's move on to let's see what I'm going to talk about next is Our lessons about boundaries begin early in our lives, first in our families and then in our peer groups. These early boundaries are internalized as a way of asserting our own needs and wants, as well as in taking responsibility for others' needs and wants. How comfortable we are standing up for ourselves, verbalizing our feelings and expressing our needs starts very early in development. Steps to build better boundaries begin with knowing and understanding what your own limits are, who you are, and what you are responsible for, and that is you. You're responsible for yourself. Okay? I'm responsible. You are responsible for your happiness, your behavior, your choices, and your feelings. I'm not responsible for others' happiness, their behaviors, others' choices, and others' feelings. I'm only responsible for my happiness. If I'm not happy with who Geo is, then I need to make a change. You know? And sometimes God put people in your life to help you know what that change can be. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't know what to change, you're not going to change nothing. But if you got good friends around that saying, Gio, why you always do that? You always do that. And then it just turn out to be the same. Something wrong. Something is wrong. Okay. Nancy said, I'm so glad, Gio, that you are here to share this with others. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Donna Reed, for being here. Yes, you have to look inside yourself to see why you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. It was like one of the things I discuss with my therapist is men and the type of men that I chose in my life at that time. And the first thing she asked me about was my dad. How was your dad? What did you see your dad do? I said, well, for one thing, he owned his own business. He didn't have but a seventh grade education, but he had eight of us. He took care of us. We had food, we had clothes. He was a great businessman. I learned that from him. I say, but he had outside children, so that let me know that he had girlfriends. But I did not understand that until I was, maybe 15 or 16. But we were real little when all of this happened. And then I would tell him that even we met some of the kids, like that. And so she said, so your daddy had other women plus your mother. I said, yeah, like that. I had no idea how much that would influence what type of man I liked. I was like, well, I was a mad sister. I was so mad at my father at that time. It took me a while to forgive his butt for that. I even mentioned it to him. Okay? But it by me going to her and having enough courage to ask her why cheating men was that why was I attracted to something like that? She said because we do what we learn sometimes or what we see our mother, my mom just stayed there. Well, I ain't about to stay there. You cheat, I'm gone. Okay? So you have to look at where you come from in order to make a change. And once I found that out and found out all the red flags, and when I first look at a person, or I'm just going to say a man that I like, obviously now that's what I used to go for. Today I'm totally different, and can't there's no man come in my life and tell me what to do or tell me some bull, because that's just not how I do it today. I got some interview questions for your butt. Okay, Rochelle. Yes, self reflect. Yeah, you have to know where you coming from, where you came from, what happened to you, how you can fix it, and most of the time, it's just knowing what you were taught And it's just knowing what you can do not to be like for me, not to be attracted to those types of guys. Okay, so I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, it's a lot to it, but it is so worth it because I made it. I made it to the other side because once I found out I could change all of that, baby, I got real willing, and you have to be willing. Okay. All right, now we left off by saying I'm not responsible for others' happiness, others' behaviors, others' choices, and others' feelings. I ain't responsible for all of that. That's you. You should have went and got a therapist and got all that stuff straightened out. Don't be trying to put that on me. I can't make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. That is just the way it is. Rachel, pray that you will get everything you need to heal. Yes, we do, Rachel. Okay, emotional boundaries fall into categories of time, emotions, energy, and value. Be aware of boundary traps in the relationship. The following scenarios may seem familiar. Start by recognizing which boundary trap you commonly fall in. Okay, what I'm about to read is boundary traps that most of us fall in, even myself sometimes today. Okay, living your best life is saying, I'm not responsible for your money problems. That's right. That's a big one. I'm not responsible for that. I can't help it if you're not willing to make no change and go put your money up and go invest it right or have a savings account just because you know I got one. I ain't responsible, Marlene. You best get responsible. You know, today, back in the day before all of this, I probably would have said, well, here's, I got $50. Not today. Okay, you have to love yourself for you can love others. That's so true. How you gonna love somebody else? You don't love yourself. Okay, I am nobody. Now listen, these are traps that you can keep yourself in emotional boundaries. Okay, some people might say, I am nobody if I'm not in a relationship. What? Thank you both so much. I have to practice and learn how to forgive. That's right, Rachel. It's nothing that you can just do overnight. You have to, if you say what I told you to say, you'll get it and you'll learn how to forgive much quicker, like I have. I am nobody if I'm not in a relationship. Now who thinks like that? Okay, my identity comes from my partner, and I will do anything to make this person happy. Come on. Do people really think like that? Now, I was pretty messed up back in the day, but I ain't think like that. This is better than the relationship I was in. Oh my God. I spent all my time involved in my partner's goals and activities. There just isn't enough time left to do what I want to do. Now, I've heard a lot of my girlfriends say that. My partner would be lost without me. Please, your partner probably ain't thinking about you like that. Okay? If I just give it more time, the relationship would get better. Wow. Today, you need to have your own banking account and put money in a joint account. Well, Robert, that's what he said. You are a person and love yourself. That is true. All right. Now, most of the time, the relationships is great. Oh, most of the time, the relationship is great. Okay, well, occasionally it is, and that's enough for me. Baby, I'm more than just a half a cup. I want the whole cup of love. I want everything that belongs to me because I'm worthy of it. I don't need my partner to make me happy. Together we can make each other happy, but I have to be happy in order to, it's just, I'm just so glad I made it. Okay, because I ain't gonna be trying to be in no relationship where my identity comes from my partner and I would do anything to make this person happy. Ain't no way. Mm-mm. Not today. I'm glad that I spent the time loving and working on learning how to love and make changes in my life so that I don't have to think like that. Okay? So here are some boundaries to help you, boundaries, some healthy boundaries to start with. Okay? Living your best life. I know somebody who think that way. No identity without a partner. Wow. I don't believe in a joint account. Oh. I don't either. I wasn't gonna say you you know, I what I believe in, that's a whole nother topic, y'all. Okay, because I believe in what Beverly said. Man's supposed to take care of the household, you know. And even if I did work, that's my money. That's how I feel about it. But that's a whole nother deal. We need a panel for that discussion. Okay? Boundaries to start with. Say no to something that you don't want to do or don't have time to do. Okay? All right? You have to look long term in a relationship, not what he can do for you today. Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, well, we're talking about boundaries, Robert. Okay? Okay, now, healthy boundaries are say no to something you don't want to do or don't have the time to do. Say yes to help. If you need help changing something, go find yourself a therapist or your minister or a good friend that you know that's got it going on. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different topic. Yeah, it is. Okay? Say thank you with no apology, regret, or shame. You know how some people, and I still do it today. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, Gio, that was such a great talk you gave," and I would say, "Well, thank you, but I don't know. I didn't know how people would feel about it." Or, "Oh, those are some lovely earrings." Yeah, they are, but you always got something else behind it. But you just should say thank you with no apology, regret, or shame. And it's nothing. The next one is ask for help. We have to ask for help. Okay? Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Beverly said we don't have a joint, but on each other's account for emergency. Amen. Amen. Okay? Um, like I say, that's a whole different topic, Robert, and you're welcome to come up on the panel if we want to discuss this. To each or his, okay, living your best life. To each his or her own. Do what works for you, truly. Okay, true that. Okay, living your best life. Your next healthy boundary to set is delegate task. If you're a business owner like myself, or you're a manager at work, it's okay to ask to delegate some of the tasks that you have to other people so that you can keep things running smoothly. Protect your time. Don't overcommit. Protect your time. Don't overcommit. Rochelle said the same, Beverly. Didn't even think about it. Yep. All right. Amen. All right. Okay, protect your time. Don't overcommit. Ask for space. We all need our time. It's like, if you with a friend and y'all had an argument, or you need time to think about a project that you want to start, or somebody asks you to start, or you're married and y'all having this, tiff within your marriage, or you're having a argument within your marriage, you can ask that person for time. Like, I need time to really think about this. I need time to cool down. I need time. You can ask for time that you need. Okay. That's setting a healthy boundary. And if somebody asks you for time and you're in this argument, which I used to do all the time, before I start thinking healthier, I don't care what kind of time you need. You're going to listen to me right now, God damn it. And I said it because that's what I used to say, But today I don't do that. If a person asks me for time, I say, okay, gotcha. That's a thing for me to say, stop, Gio. Let this person have time. Let them go off and think. And then you go off and think that's going to give you time to calm down. And then when you come back to get together, it'll be okay to discuss whatever it is. Okay? Hey, Teresa, what's up, girl? All right. Speak up if you feel uncomfortable with how someone is treating you or your needs are being infringed upon. Honor what is important to you by choosing to put yourself first. See, now that's a good one there too. And we're talking about setting emotional boundaries in a relationship. Honor what is important to you by choosing to put yourself first. Drop the guilt and responsibility for others. Okay? Like I said, I'm not responsible for your happiness. I ain't responsible for your money. I ain't tell you to spend up all your rent money and now you need money from me. Now I ain't finna go that route with you today. You know, we are grown. Here you is, 50 some years old, and you cannot manage your money. I ain't responsible for that. You know, no, I'm not giving you no money. You need to go do something, but you can't get it from me because I have a savings account and you know it. Okay. Now there are circumstances where I will give the money if the circumstances are right. Okay, but if it's just because you went down there to the casino or you went round the corner and bought some drugs or whatever, no, I can't give you my money. Okay? All right. Share personal information gradually and in a mutual way. So when I first read that, I was like, I wonder what they talking about. Maybe they talking about when you first meet somebody, a friend or a love interest or whatever. Don't tell everybody everything all at one time. Just share the information gradually. Okay? What else did they say? They said if you are shifting the dynamics in the relationship, you may feel resistance from the other person. This is normal and okay. Simply stick to your guns and continue to communicate your needs. Okay? Nancy is saying, I struggle with speaking up when I feel I've been hurt by someone else. I'm afraid I'll say something to hurt them. Well, see, for me, Nancy, I have to take out the time. I have to have some space because knowing me, I will say something and probably something I shouldn't say. You know, I have to take out the time. Sometimes this is what I do, Nancy. I write out, when you did this, I felt this. When you did this, I felt hurt. I write it out, you know, and I need for you not to do that anymore. You know, I need for you to really listen to what I'm saying. You know, you have to know yourself and know, why that person, if that person says something to you that's so hurtful that you so hurt, sometimes it's attached to something that somebody said to you way in the past. You know what I'm saying? These are the things I learned in therapy. And sometimes I have to say, no, why did it hurt me so bad? That shouldn't have even hurted me like that, because you still are dealing with what happened in the past. And so that gives me an opportunity to go back and look at that and say, damn, that's another person I got to forgive. Then I start back and I forgive your ex and I release you to my higher power. So when somebody else says something in the future to me like that, of course I'm going to be hurt, but I won't be that hurt where I'm going to say something that's really, really bad. I can actually just step back, sit down, and write out, you know, so and so, when you said this hurt me. Okay? And this is why I felt this hurt. Or you can just say, don't do this anymore. I really don't like that. However you wanna, whatever you wanna say, Nancy. But sometimes I just write it out and call a butt on the phone and read it right there. And I don't try to change no words or nothing like that because if I did, I probably would feel that anger and say something. But I can only just tell you guys what I do. You guys have to find a way for you to do it, your way. I can only share with you how I get through stuff, you know. Oh, you're a chronic oversharer. No, don't do that, Rachel. You just tell. If they ask you a question, just answer the question. That's it. You don't have to add nothing else to it or nothing, you know. So let's move on. And I am going to read the last part of this. In a healthy relationship, you feel calm, safe, supported, respected, taken care of, and unconditionally accepted. You are forgiven without past offenses being brought up repeatedly, seeming acts of revenge or passive aggressive behavior from the other person. You are free to be who you are and encouraged to be your best self. When two healthy people get together, that is the way you're supposed to feel. Even if you disagree with one another or there's an argument or anything like that, you still supposed to feel. When two healthy people get together, two loving people get together, you're supposed to feel calm in the relationship, safe in the relationship, supported in the relationship, respected in the relationship, taken care of, and unconditionally accepted. You are forgiven without past offenses being brought up repeatedly, seeming acts of revenge or passive aggressive behaviors from the other person. When you are with, even if it's in your marriage or you have a friend or whatever the relationship is, you are free. If you have all of that, then you are free to be who you are and encouraged to be your best self. But you have to have emotional boundaries and stick to your boundaries, but if you got a person that understands that and you understand that, then you got a good relationship and you can talk all day long and you'll have something to talk about. The relationship won't be boring. It won't be no jealousy and all that. You'll have some misunderstandings and stuff like that, but you'll be able to sit down and work them out when you have uh emotional boundaries in a relationship. But if you just, whatever you say, that's what I'm going to do. If you tell me when I have to go pee, then that's when I'm going to go do it. If you tell me what I need to cook, then that's what I'm going to cook. If you tell me I need to sit down and shut the hell up, then that's what I'm going to do. Then don't, you have no boundaries. And at some point in time, this is why women pick up a knife, pick up some hot grease, pick up whatever and do something bad, okay? Because you get ran crazy. And it's because you don't have the boundaries. And sometimes I don't know, I'm not, that's a whole nother subject, so I ain't even going into that. But you must have boundaries, okay? So let's see what everybody's talking about here. Uh, Thank you for your great advice. I will write it down going forward. Yes. Beverly is saying, "Amen." Rachel, being loved is to know rest. Right. You have some people have to learn, and what I learned how to do, Rachel, and I still make mistakes, don't, because I'm human. Is I learned how to love myself. You know, I learned how to treat myself. So whoever come into my life, I am going to be calm. Whatever this paper said, let me go back over here. I'm going to be calm with that person. That person going to feel safe around me. They're going to feel supported, respected, taken care of, like really listening to them and unconditionally accepted, because I know today that ain't nobody perfect. Just give me 90% of what I want and I'm good, as far as in a man that I really want. You know, first of all, they got to believe in Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, the angels, the heavens, and all of that. That's number one priority for me. Because if they don't believe in that, they'll do anything. And I can't. And from where I come from and what happened in my family, I cannot have a man that don't believe. Okay, I just can't. That's not gonna work for me. I know this because I worked on myself and I know it. Okay, so that is my number one thing, and the rest is everything else. And this I know about Geo. Okay, and it's not like I have to have. I don't know. Some people will say, or some men and women will say, I just need a partner. I just need a partner to be happy. But I'm okay because I love Geo. I have my business. I have my family. I have my grandkids. I have YouTube. You know, I have made good friends on YouTube. I'm not lonely. You know, in fact, I got too much going on. You know, so I can wait for the person. You understand what I'm saying? I can really wait. It's not like a big priority like it used to be in my younger days. Okay? I don't care how old you are. Don't give up on love. If you have not received that kind of love that you always want or you are worthy of, don't give up because God is in control. And that's all I'm going to say on that subject. I want to thank everybody for being here and listening to me because through this, I worked out some things for myself. Most of the time I share some stuff is because one, either it's bothering me, two, I need to say it so I can do it, you know, and three, because it can help someone else. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. Robert Gann said, don't turn into the guy Al Green. Rochelle, love is always there. That's right. Thank you so much for being here, Nancy. Beverly, thank you so much for being here. Rachel, thank you so much. And you will always be in my prayers. I will always remember you, Rachel, because I was there. And I thank God, Rachel, today that you were here, you know, and it wasn't by accident. And that I could share with you how I learned how to forgive. That is so important to me. So thank you so much for being here. Donna Love, thank you, girl, for being a great moderator as you are. Thank you so much for being here. Just Teresa, thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Robert Gant, thank you so much for being here. Loved everything you had to say. Marlene, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see who else was in here. I think it was Angela and a few other people were in here. Damien was in here. Just going back up. James Money was in here. Thank you so much. And to the new people that came to my live, that's Nancy and Rachel. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you guys again. And Nancy is saying, thank you, Gio. I know God sent me to you today. Bless you and keep preaching. Thank you so much, Nancy. Rachel is saying, thank you so much. I do feel like I was supposed to hear you. Thank you all. And thanks, Beverly, for sending me here. Yes, Beverly Black is a good friend of mine. She is my sister. We met on YouTube and back in 2019, and we still are good friends. And Beverly, congratulations for your all of your views you have on your video. I am just so happy for you, and that gives me hope. Thank you so much. Okay. Keenan Thomas. Hi, Keenan. Thank you for coming to the live. We're getting ready to shut this live down. But if you want to do the replay, setting emotional boundaries in relationships, I felt like I learned a whole lot. You know, you never get too old to learn. And whenever I'm talking to myself too. Okay, so I can continue to stay on this road to recovery. So, with that said, guys, my channel, Boss Life Online, my channel is about CTFO. It's about income and how to uh, have a second income, a stream of income coming into your home. My main business that keeps me from going out there looking for a job is CTFO. That's called Changing the Future Outcome. I've been with this company since 2016. I have a huge team over there, and it pays every Wednesday. It's free to join. You don't need a credit card or anything like that. The link is down below in the description box. If you just you can just join it, look it over. If you want to do this business, all you have to do is contact me. My contact information is on the About page. Okay. I will show you how to make sure that you have the right verbiage to put in your description box so that when you do a video, all people will do is if they're looking in your description box, they will see that you own a home business, and most people will join. And that's how I've been getting people. Also, I will tell you how to talk about the company. Just a couple of lines. You can write it down and read it on your lives, just to let people know that you have a home business that they should check out. And that's just that simple. And that's basically all I do. Okay. I do a little bit more than that. I do videos about CTFO and put them on my channel. Also, this channel is about boss up motivation. It's also about my vlogs and spending time with my family, get to know Geo and my family. It's also about honoring all the members of my channel, people that join my membership here at Boss Life Online. Coming September, we finished season 1 of the Outstanding Channel Member Show. So if you are a channel member here, you will be put into that show where your channel will be the star of the show. And it is called the Outstanding Featured Channel Member Show. If you go to my playlist, you'll see season 1. Season 2 starts in next month on the 19th. So if you want to be in that show where your channel is the star, all you have to do is become a channel member here at Boss Life Online. And that is that join button right underneath this video. It'll say join. Okay. Also, another thing that I'm doing, if you become a channel member here, then you will also be able to be a friend of Geo's. That means that I open up a brand new channel, and it's doing well, and I haven't even talked about it much. It's called Friends with Super Channels. All I do is make a short little synopsis about your channel and put it over there. And people actually been finding the channel. So now what I'm going to do on that channel is when I go live, I'm going to ask you to come up and talk about your channel. So if you are a small YouTuber and you want to get noticed and all of that, all you have to do is become a member at Boss Life Online, okay, a channel member. Number one, you will get featured in our featured channel member show, which is very popular. And then I will also put your channel over on Friends with Super Channels. Okay. If you just stick around and watch my outro, I will tell you a little bit more about it. All right. With that said, guys, this channel may not be for everybody, but it is for somebody. With that said, bye-bye, everybody. Friends with Super Channels. To become a part of Friends with Super Channels, you must become a channel member at Boss Life Online or Team Bill with Geo. Your channel will be shouted out in a single video telling everyone all about your channel. When Friends with Super Channels go live, you will be invited up on the panel to talk about your channel to all the subscribers in the chat. So go ahead and become a channel member today.